Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical. Now, you will see that on YouTube I've asked for some requests. I hope I can remember in future so that I can do that. Then you can always type a request there if you've seen the show and you would like to add a request for next week's show. I will look at that and then see if I can maybe cover that. But the first instrument that I would like to look at this week is the ETF RHO. It's the rhodium ETF. Remember, this is a pure play on rhodium. Although some of the platinum group of metals sometimes have a little bit of rhodium, you must also remember that there is a pure play on rhodium. So what I like about this chart is that we've been previously at a certain level, and that's exactly that level. I would like to draw it in there for you. We were there before, and I just want to get the line in for you, then I'll show you. We were here in October 2023, and since then the ETF dropped back. It built a massive consolidation, and as we all know, consolidations are usually good. And there's an old model, Nicholas Darvas model, that said if it can break out of a consolidation with volume, it is positive. Now, in this case, it did not break out in volume. It broke before that around 28 February, but now we're seeing a classic move. And what I like about this volume is that look at the spike in volume that we're picking up here at the 50-day moving average. It's almost like everybody supported that 50-day moving average. They waited for it and they got in back there. And there's a lower shadow. There's actually a tweezer bottom here. There's another lower shadow, and that makes me positive. And even there, when it broke out of the consolidation, we also see a lower shadow. Now that is positive, but let's have a look at this flag formation. This flag formation is telling us that the share, or the ETF in this case, can easily maybe go a little bit higher. Now, a flag formation after a beautiful bounce often is a pattern where there's a continuation where the ETF, or in this case the ETF, can go higher. Now let's have a look at this. There is the flag formation. We see volume, but the big one now is you need to look at this level of 1,000 rand on the dot. This ETF in rhodium can maybe kick out and play out to the top. And where can it go to? If we use that little line there, just the width of it, and we extend it to the top, there you are. Let's just see, there's the extension, and we can look at it. It can easily take it up to 1,130 rand. But of course, as we all know, that the flag formation can also break to the downside. But for me, this golden spot is this 50-day moving average. While rhodium ETF is above this 50-day moving average, I will see it as positive. So if you do want to buy, sometimes with an ETF you accumulate over time. It's usually not an impulse buy where you believe that you want to get in. A ETF is usually a longer term play where you add a position over time on the idea that it can maybe break to the upside. So yes, you've got this band. This band is between 900 and 1. That's where the 50-day moving average is. Make it 900, and then you've got this level of 1,000 where it will break to the upside. So if you do like rhodium and you do want an ETF, maybe this is the area where you can add into the position between 900 and 1,000. But where's my stop loss? My stop loss will be this low, and that is at 873. But remember, this is definitely a longer term play, especially with ETFs. You do not want to rush in. It's not an instrument where you trade in. It's more of an accumulation. Let's have a look at platinum, because remember, gold had such a wonderful rally that everybody almost forgot about platinum. But look at platinum. It was as low as 900 the other day. It's now sitting at 954. And I would like to show you here that it is also building a massive base. But where's the resistance? The big resistance here is that level there. I will show it to you now. And that is sitting at 992. We can actually round it also off to 1,000. Strange, interesting enough, that rhodium price is also around 1,000. But what I see here is there's a bottom at 897, And there's another bottom, and that bottom was at 898. That can easily be a double bottom in the platinum price. And I just want to show you something here. The first sign that this uh, double bottom can break to the upside will be above 1010. And where will this double bottom break to the upside? It will only break above, and that's the level. There you are, 1055. Now if this double bottom come into play above 1055, it can easily take it up all the way up to 1140. Let's just show you where we get that. That is from the low of that double bottom to the resistance line where it must break up. And if you want to an extension, you do that. You take it from the low all the way to that, and you do an extension there. And then it can take, it's a little bit higher than a 1140. It can actually take it all the way up to 1190. So it looks like that the platinum counters and the platinum price is starting to build a base. We do not know when it's going to break, but that immediately brings back shares like Sibanye that had a beautiful rally. Northam already showed some face. Anglo Platinum that's going to change their name and also going to pay a good dividend. That's all shares that are showing you that something is maybe on the boil here. So just look at it. But I think if this double bottom can hold on platinum counters, it can make, or platinum price, maybe it can assist all the platinum miners in time, because remember the rand weakened a little bit in the last month, and that can maybe bring some exciting profits to the table. Well, let's have a look at Brent. Brent oil is definitely also starting to show some little bit of an input here. But what I saw the other day is when Mr. Trump was heavy onto the tariffs and he was so cross for everybody, the oil price actually collapsed, and it fell all the way from well above $74 all the way down to $58. But look at this strong bullish candle. Now, what I like about this specific bullish engulfing candle is this beautiful lower shadow that is showing us. And that lower shadow is telling us that there was definitely some buyers on that specific day that waited for this low to get into buy. Because look at the opening. The opening of that price was $61.09. That is that bottom line there, $61.09. It closed the day at 65. Sorry, it closed at 65.35, right at the top. But look at the low of the day. The low of the session was $58.17. So it was $58. Let's make it $58. And since then, we saw this beautiful bullish engulfing candle. That makes me positive on the commodity. And where will we see the first higher high? I will show you there you are. There's the big resistance. Look at that. That's a low. That's a higher low. That's a higher low. That's a higher low. And above, there's your level above $60 or $65.85. You will probably see that it will give us the first higher high. And where can it then go to? It can go to $67.11. And you look at that. The next level will be $68.22. Then you will probably see 69.80, and then maybe back to 70, where this 50-day moving average is. And look at it, the 50-day moving average is still a resistance at the moment. So only above the 50-day moving average, the medium-term investors will look at this counter or this commodity. But remember, that can help a lot of other shares like a Sasol. I'm very disappointed in Sasol because it's all bad news, bad news, bad news. I don't know if they're going to get any good news, but as we all know, that commodities comes in cycles, and maybe Brent crude will maybe show us that there's maybe also life in the end of the tunnel. But if we just want to have a look at Sasol before we go, we've got a few seconds to look at the share, because then our 10 minutes is up. There's a beautiful turnaround candle. There's a beautiful reversal pattern here. There's the doji. There's the reversal pattern. And while Sasol, and let's just draw in that little line, while Sasol is above, and there you are, above 58 Rand and 38 cents, this reversal pattern is in place. There is a little bit of a breakup gap. There's plenty gaps to the upside, Maybe this will be the turnaround in Sasol, but the golden rule will be it must be and or must remain above 58 Rand and 38 cents. Well, visit our website www.fransdeclercq.com for all our services, and thank you for all that sent those beautiful messages to Christelle. She will see it, and we wish her the best of luck for the future. All the best. We'll chat again and see you next time. Bye bye.